Why, hello there. My name is Kia Anne Geraths, and I'm the programmer for the Hollywood Theater's bi-monthly sci-fi series, Sense of Wonder, a term featured in the Oxford Dictionary of Science Fiction, meaning a feeling of awakening or awe triggered by an expansion of one's awareness of what is possible, or by the confrontation with the vastness of space and time as brought on by reading science fiction, or in our case, watching science fiction. Now, did I pick the name Sense of Wonder because I thought it sounded fancy? Yes. Do I show only the fanciest of movies? Totally. So let's dive in as I tell you about 8 sci-fi cult classics from my film series, Sense of Wonder. First up, Event Horizon. When a rescue crew out in space discovers, all kinds of bad is going down when the plot synopsis starts with rescue crew out in space, they ain't rescuing anything good. Unless good is blood, guts, and a purely unhinged performance from Sam Neill, which it is. 1 part space adventure, 1 part gothic horror, this film features an out-of-this-world cast, spectacular set design, cringy 90s CGI, and horrors that give Hieronymus Bosch a run for his money. The world was not ready for Event Horizon, but maybe it is now. Night of the Creeps. This rom-com meets alien, meets slasher, meets zombie, meets noir, this movie covers a lot of genres, but it also happens to be a textbook definition of a cult classic because it was an absolute box office disaster when it came out. And now I know people with Night of the Creeps tattoos. Am I one of them? I don't know. You don't know. From director-writer Fred Dekker, also known for Monster Squad, Night of the Creeps tells the tale of alien brain slugs who turn college kids into zombies, and only some nerdy heroes and a wisecracking cop played by legendary character actor Tom Atkins can save them. Or can they? Bum, bum, Okay, just make sure to rent the version that has the alternate endings. It's a lot. The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai Across the Eighth Dimension is perhaps one of the ultimate cult classics of all time. Maybe it's the memorable lines, or iconic costuming, or interesting acting choices. It's an anachronism that's challenging to explain, just like its hero, Buckaroo Banzai, played by the enigmatic Peter Weller, who in this film is a neurosurgeon, physicist, test pilot, philosopher, inventor, and leader of the Hong Kong Cavaliers, which is his rock band / crime-fighting team who have their own comic book within the movie. It's just you gotta see Buckaroo Banzai Across the Eighth Dimension. Scanners. Ah, David Cronenberg, your movies are like warm, toxic blankies to my soul that I love dearly, though I question, why am I like this? This film was made during Canada's tax shelter era, which doesn't sound shady at all. Essentially, from 1975 to 1982, the Canadian government had a program where any investor could deduct 100% of income that went towards the production of any feature-length film that was certified Canadian. And boy, oh boy, aren't we lucky that David Cronenberg is certified Canadian. Otherwise, this movie may have never seen the light of day. Mystery Men. Sometimes showing cult films can be a bit of a gamble as a programmer. They are inherently niche movies, so sometimes audiences show up, and sometimes you learn that maybe this cult needs to bake a bit longer before you book a huge theater. This incredibly quirky, offbeat superhero comedy about a group of misfit heroes with absurd powers is absolutely stacked with an ensemble cast that has to be seen to be believed. Paul Reubens, Eddie Izzard, Wes Studi, Janine Garofalo, Kel Mitchell, Tom Waits, Ben Stiller, Greg Kinnear, Ricky Jay, William H. Macy, the list goes on and on. It's like a P.T. Anderson movie, but it's for superheroes. I mean, frickin' Michael Bay has a cameo in this movie. My God. The Last Starfighter. When this film was released over 40 years ago, they had the highest of hopes that this would be the next Star Wars. There was going to be action figures, an Atari video game, and 2 additional sequels, making The Last Starfighter a trilogy of films. But that didn't happen. This movie was another box office disaster. However, like every great cult classic before it, it grew its following over time. And when I showed this film in a packed theater, the opposite of Mystery Men. It was an incredible experience. If you've never had a chance to see this fish out of water and into space epic, you gotta, because it's a touchstone of 80s cinema. Also, they're still trying to make a sequel. Is it gonna happen? It might happen. It's probably not gonna happen. It could happen. Tremors, a true cult gem as beautiful as the desert skies and the incredibly tight jeans that everyone seems to be wearing in this movie. An absolutely lovely monster movie filled with small town charm and giant underground worms. This film is a great example of something that became a cult classic because of this. Physical, printable media. It'll appear. It will appear. I'm gonna make it appear. You see, when it came out in the theater, it just wasn't that popular, something many of the cast and crew blamed on poor marketing. However, when this baby was released on VHS, ooh, it got real popular, if I do say so myself. What was that accent? Dark Star. This was the first movie we showed for Sense of Wonder, and it holds a soft spot in my sci-fi heart. This student film, turned into feature-length directorial debut for John Carpenter, follows an incredibly bored space team tasked with blowing up unstable planets. It's a mission that slyly mocks military bureaucracy, the sad, hollow routines that often follow humanity, and the existentialist questions that are best posed in a space adventure. Made for pennies, notoriously difficult to find upon release, and an example of early works from creative film artists like Ron Cobb, Greg Jean, and Dan O'Bannon, it's a key stepping stone for the genre, and a film I was so stoked to show to a new generation. And that's what Sense of Wonder is all about. Showing sci-fi films that range from the obscure to the seminal to the, wait, what did I just watch? It's an absolute honor programming this series and being able to share these films with you. And if you didn't get a chance to catch them in the theater, or you're looking for something fun to watch, make sure to check out these films available to rent at Movie Madness.